So National Science Foundation sponsors a series of research experiences for undergraduate or REU programs in the summers. These are extremely important programs for having students get these realistic experiences, have them collaborate in laboratories, have them live in a scientific community and interact with each other. And I think it's very important to support these programs because this will be the next generation of environmental scientists. So those students are working on projects that range from looking at invasive seaweeds and what is facilitating their invasions of local habitat.
I'm growing the seaweed in order to figure out part of the puzzle to the evolution of the seaweed.
A student in my lab who's looking at ocean acidification, the effects of CO2 being absorbed by the ocean and what effect it has on lowering the pH.
What this mechanism here is doing is basically raising sea urchin larvae, or sea urchin babies.
Another intern in the program is looking at the effects of parasitism on worms.
They infect the worm and then they reproduce in the worm and then go to the fish.
And then the fourth student is working on something completely different. She's looking at snapping shrimp and how their social behavior is affected by the kinds of habitats they live in and the densities at which they live.
So I take this paintbrush and I poke the shrimp until it snaps at me, basically. What I'm doing is measuring how bold or aggressive they are. So the quicker they are to snap, we think maybe that's the more bold they are or the more aggressive they are. All right, is that?
And the students who applied to the program were interested in working on marine organisms, first of all, and working on issues that had to do with environmental change. So even though they might be seemingly unrelated in their scope, they are related to this common theme, looking at environmental change and its effects on marine organisms.
You know, most people, if they're interested in animals, they're interested in mammals or, fuzzy things, but, but I like, doing something that's less appreciated.
That's part of why shrimp are so cool and why snapping shrimp are really cool and weird.
People would think of worms as just simple worms, They think they're ugly, disgusting, but they're not.
I think it's really important to help them as well as helping us and kind of have almost like a harmonious relationship with us in nature.